Today, we're going to be taking a look at the latest, and at least for me, the greatest from Adawak watches. The watch is the Tarantula, and it has a very cool wandering hours time display. Now, this does give off the vibes of a much more expensive brand, but it is still its own thing. Now, full disclosure, this watch was sent to the channel. It is a pre production model, a prototype, and it's going to be passed around to a few other reviewers. But when the production models are ready, they offer to send one for free to the channel. Just want to be 100% transparent with you, but they have no say when it comes to the content of today's video. So let's get to it and check out the watch. So right away when I saw this in pictures, I was really happy that it looked to be much more wearable than some of their previous releases. That was confirmed when I saw it for the first time in the metal. I've really enjoyed all of their watches so far, but they're a little on the large side to be something I'd wear regularly. Not the case at all with the Tarantula, especially considering how much is happening under that crystal. It's very well sized, and we'll get to those measurements here in a minute. But yeah, the wearability and just the whole look is awesome. It's an impressive looking watch, and it feels extremely well built too. So, exactly how does this tell the time? Well, everything when it comes to getting the time is happening on this bottom third of the dial. Right now, the time is about 10:40, but as we advance the time, you can get a better idea how this works. So we'll do that. Right now, we're at 11:30, 12:15. And you can see as the hands pass what would normally be the 12 o'clock position, they rotate to show the next hour. So, really, once you get the hang of it, it is quite easy to get the time. Now, there's tons of details to take in here. At the very top of the dial is printed the company name, the logo, and the name of the watch, Tarantula. At the center is the seconds, which isn't really usable as a second hand, but at least tells you the watch is running. It's a little hard to capture, but below all the workings is a web pattern over top of a red background. It's just an amazing thing to look at, and it seems like there's almost endless details to take in. So, looks great in daylight, but it's just as good in the dark. The lume is actually pretty solid. It's not crazy bright, and some parts are stronger than others, but it looks very cool and does the trick for reading the time at night. The case is a black PVD coated stainless steel tonneau shaped case. It's a three-piece case with a combination of brushed and polished surfaces. I just love how the sapphire crystal follows the angle of the top of the case. Probably a little bit hard to tell on camera, but it transitions perfectly from the crystal to the case through the display case back. You can see we have there a modified Miyota 9039 movement, which has been heavily modified. Nice looking custom rotor there, and the case back is also numbered. These are limited to 500 pieces per color. This one has 000 out of 500 being a prototype, but you will get a numbered watch. Winding action on the movement feels very smooth considering the movement that's inside the watch. Crown itself is signed and is well sized, so easy to grip, wind, and set the time. The watches will be coming out with two strap options. This has the red as well as a black NBR rubber, and the rubber quality is top notch. I will show a shot with it on the black strap here in a minute, but I have to say I've been wearing it on the red almost the entire time. If you've ever tried NBR rubber straps, you'll already know it's a very soft and pliable rubber, but at the same time, not flimsy. We've got also a good solid deployant clasp here. It is signed, if you can get a shot there, Adawak. And one of the great things about these straps is they have their own quick release system. You just simply pull down on this little tab. You can easily remove and reinstall the strap. So to me, again, the size of the watch is one of the biggest highlights. I actually don't mind larger watches at all, but these style of watches are just massive sometimes, and way too thick to wear, at least for me on a regular basis, but this is almost perfect for me. Case size comes in at a width of 42.2 millimeters. The lug to lug is 48.6 millimeters, lug opening 22 millimeters, and the thickness is 13.7 millimeters, including the domed sapphire. Water resistance on the watch is 50 meters. And here it is on my 7.25 inch wrist, and this is just so good. I've been wearing this almost daily since it came in, and it's been fun. Definitely an eye catcher and conversation starter. And like I said before, the wearability is tops. It's very comfortable on wrist, especially with these rubber straps. The only major negative would be that this style of watch just isn't for everyone. But if we're talking build quality, this was done right. Now, couple things if you're thinking of buying. First of all, full retail is going to be $21.99 USD, but if you pre-order before July 18th, which requires a $50 deposit, that will get you a discount of $600, which brings the cost down to $15.99. So if you are buying, that's the time to do it. Link will be below. So that is it. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.